Hi everyone, it's Ginny again, and I'm back to show you some more 100 things that I've done for the 100 Things Challenge. So I'm just looking at my list because I have to write things down or I get out of order. The first thing I wanted to show you is number 39, which is another journal page in this journal, which is this one. And I call this bird in my hair. So I've painted this girl and a bird in a nest in her hair, and I've written some words around the edge. I'll just explain. She's got black bits here because when I first finished it, I closed the book and some of the background stuck on her face and I couldn't get it off, so I've coated it with a glossy varnish now, and hopefully that will stop doing that. But anyway, that's how she is. And I've written in her hair, if I could carry a bird in my hair, that bird would go with me everywhere. Oh, how happy I would be if that bird in my hair would sing to me. So it was really fun to make. That's my bird in my hair journal page. The next one I wanted to show you in here is find it. A page I just made out of scraps. I just had some blank colour that I wiped off onto these book pages. And then I just started, this was when I was making the birthday cards that I showed you before. And these are all the scraps that I had left over, and I just started gluing them down. And then I traced around them with a black marker, and I just like how it looks. So that's it, using up some scraps and a bit of paint. The next one is another journal page, but in a different journal. I have this gorgeous journal my daughter bought back from Thailand for me. It has a lovely elephant on it. And I've only done one page in this so far, which is again when I was on holiday. I went and stayed with my mother by the sea, and on a park bench right on the beach was a little plaque, and it had these words written, and I thought, oh, I really like that, so I wrote that down. So it says, the tide of life ebbs and flows, but the gates of memory never close. And then I've just painted a washy sea sky blueness in the background, some yellow for sand. I stamped out these little palm trees and stuck them on. Just drew some funny little bits of coral and seashells and a few bushes, and then I wrote here the date, March 6th, 2018, Indented Head Beach Walk. So I went for a walk to the beach. My mother lives 2 streets back from the beach, and that was at the end of summer when I managed to go to her place. It's about a 2-hour drive from where I live, which ordinarily I wouldn't be able to do. But I figured out that by getting sleeping pills from my doctor, I was able to be knocked out for the trip and just woke up when we got there. So that was really awesome to have a holiday. I've not had a holiday and I can't remember when. So yeah, that's that page. So that's number 41. Next thing I wanted to show you is 42. I've been working in this magazine collage book that I started ages ago. So I've done another double page spread, just, I don't know if you can see it all. Just sticking, I had like full sheets to use as a background that had like garden and that in the background, and I've just stuck a whole lot of different magazine images down all over the place just to make it funny and interesting. And then I've done a little bit of doodling, but not a lot. So yeah, that's that. And the last thing, I've only got a few pages, sorry, I'll just jump back and say this, I've only got a few left to finish, so I really want to get this done. I've already glued background down on here, in all of them actually, except for the back. So I want to get those done and then do a cover, and then I'll do a flip through and show you. And the last one, 42, is more business cards. I know, it's too many. So just a plain background, stamp the word learn, put a bit of glitter, and I think most of the things on here were stamped and I've just coloured them with glitter paint. Yeah, nothing too fancy with that one. This one I just got some sparkly hearts, and there were birds stamped in the background there, so I just put glitter on those, and I put 4 little corners cut out of some other card that I had. This one, very abstract background. There were circles, I put glitter in and cut some flowers out. The outsides are cut from book pages, and these in the centre actually punched out of magazine flowers that were orange, so I thought I'd stick those in there. This one is another sort of stamp off from when I was jelly printing. That's a piece of foam sponge in that shape. I like using that, it makes a nice pattern. So then I've just stuck on some punched flowers and some hearts and a strip of drop paper down the side, I think. It's another one, just random paint in the background. There I've glued on a bit of tissue that I'd stamped on. That was just a scrap in my scrap box. Heart and some flowers and some blings. It's another one that's got dendritic pattern, so I didn't want to cover that up too much because I really like that. And that orange colour contrasts nicely with the turquoise. So I've just got some white dots and some stenciled on flowers that I circled with white, traced around with white, and then put bling centres in. It's another dendritic one. This is really textural, and I had a lot of trouble getting this out of the plastic sleeve that it was in because it's stuck. I must have put it in before it was fully dry. And yeah, and then I've just got a flower I made with circles. I think this is a flower that I saw Wendy Mason made, and she told me how to do it, so yeah, that was ages ago. Here's another one. I thought the background colours were good for autumn, so I put leaves on to indicate autumn leaves. A few black circles made with a straw. Here's one, painted background, and then I've just put scraps. It was a bit of scrap off a journal cover I made ages ago. This is more of that splash painted watercolour paper. I cut triangles and scribbled on them, and this was hanging around. I had a go once at trying to make a button. All I had was a big hole punch, so the holes are a bit too big. Stuck some thread in there, that's that. And the last one is a birdie that Althea Van Pay, I think her name was, sent me ages ago. So I coloured that with some paint, put a googly eye on it and stuck it on. This is background with tissue paper all scrunched up, and then I went over with some silver paint. So that's it for my 100 things for this video. So where am I up to now? 43. I'm not even halfway yet. It's taken me forever, but it's fun. So anyway, that's it for now, and see you later. Back again soon. Bye.